Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G here. Guys, I want to address a comment that I get all the time, specifically from Black men when we talk about Black women in relationships, particularly with white men. They just say they submit. Guys, are Black women more submissive when they're with white men? Subscribe to my channel and let's have a little chat.
It is okay to delete people from your real life like you do your internet life.
Let's just go right into the real reason that Black men think that Black women are more submissive to white men. It's because they are. Black men are very white male focused, and we see it all the time. If you watch some of these podcasts where they hate on women regularly, particularly Black women, don't let a white man come on there and say, why y'all talk like this about y'all women? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? They get so quiet. I see it all the time. I see it in social media regularly that the Black men actually start to calm themselves down. So you know what they think? Because men are men focused and they don't really know much about women in general, they think that women do the same. But examples don't necessarily support that. Because I would say, even personally, the women that I know, the Black women I know who are in partnerships with or marriages with non-Black men, whether they be white or whatever, are not at home cowering, submissing the way Black men seem to think that women do. I'm not sure exactly what people think submission looks like. When we look at many examples publicly, we see Black women, powerful Black women, with men, sometimes white men, who are in their shadows. We can use the example of Kamala Harris. We can use the example of the new Supreme Court, the example of, I can't remember her name, but the Black Supreme Court judge. These are not submissive women. These are powerful women. These are women who run shit beyond just boss kind of bitches. Like, they run shit. I see powerful Black women with non-Black partners all the time. Partners, and in situations where they have to be in the shadows at times. And they're okay with that. Now, we see that when Black women are partnered and married with white men, those relationships last longer. Even those relationships last longer, even longer than Black men and Black women, white men and white men, white women and white men, and they definitely last longer than relationships of Black men with white women or other partners. So that's the perfect example, because if it were really just Black women, all of our fault, that relationships with Black men are failing, when Black men get in relationships with other women and they fail even more significantly than they do when they're with Black women, it doesn't seem like Black women are the problem. It seems like someone should be pointing the fingers at themselves and looking for their issues. I mean, we know that. Women, we know that. But the fact that they keep spinning this idea, and I want to say this not for Black men, but I want other Black women who are considering dating out or dating whomever they choose to understand you do not actually need to be like, oh, I need to, if they're all submitting, then if that's what women do, no, that is not. I think that collectively women need to start putting their foot down and saying what they do not want to accept. And the problem with these men who think that, and not all Black men think this, but those men who think that Black women have become like meek and quiet all of a sudden, don't know anything about women, let alone Black women. And I'm going to tell you, generally speaking, as much as we see Karens out there, as much as we see those people who thinks that these women are submissive, they get this idea from a long historical idea that white women are submissive, and they're not. We see it all the time. We see white women punking black men regularly. I mean, come on now. So the thing is, black men generally submit more to whiteness. And black women, despite having the history that we have, we don't feel like we have to, because we don't have the same power struggle. And I talk about this all the time. We don't have the same power struggle as everyone else. We have everything to struggle for because we're women as well as black. So we have everything to struggle for, and we already know that. We know we don't get any favors, and we're not trying to acquire the power in the way that black men are trying to compete with whiteness in general. So it's just not true. And I hope this little talk helps some people, because ultimately it's one of the saddest things that I hear men say. And it's just like, if you're an incel, say that and leave us out of it. That's it. Guys, subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to your comments. So ciao for now.